Australia's Human Rights, Indigenous Social Justice and Children's Commissioners arriving in WA for crisis talks at State Parliament.
We don't want our children in these facilities, and we definitely don't want our children dying in these facilities. So, we need to be working constructively with government to make sure they're compliant with their human rights obligations.
It's been almost 2 weeks since WA recorded its second juvenile death in custody, a 17-year-old boy who died by suicide at Banksia Hill Youth Detention Centre. Last October, 16-year-old Cleveland Dodd died from self-harm inside his cell in Unit 18, the now notorious youth wing inside Casuarina Adult Men's Prison.
Absolutely, we'd like to see Unit 18 closed, but there are a whole lot of other things we talked about as well in terms of stopping kids ending up in places like Banksia Hill and Unit 18.
The group met with the Premier, the Corrective Services Minister and the Commissioner for Corrective Services.
We need everybody coming together to recognise that this is about keeping the community safe, but also about protecting our kids.
Earlier, the Corrective Services Minister, Paul Papalia, was forced to correct the record at the request of the Children's Court President, Judge Hilton Quayle, over comments he made in Parliament yesterday about youth detention, in which he said the President of the Children's Court had written to his magistrates
to inform them that conditions at Banksia Hill are not a reason not to incarcerate juveniles in Banksia Hill, and he has indicated that he will do the same for Unit 18 following his visit last week.
That prompted Judge Hilton Quayle to take the extraordinary step of writing to the Minister asking for a correction.
I just wanted to acknowledge that language I used yesterday in question time may have implied that the President of the Children's Court provides instructions to magistrates, and that would of course not be appropriate, and I just wanted to confirm that any suggestion this occurred is inaccurate.
Meanwhile, the Law Society of WA has added its voice to calls for change. It wants an independent review of WA's youth justice system. Rhiannon Shine, ABC News.